See her? Right outside my shop in the crepe myrtle. They had a pair that had hatched a couple of doves probably 2 years ago, and every year they come back to the same tree. Wild. Let's figure this out. I want to do the bottom first. I knew it was going to be tight. I had no idea how tight. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to trim that piece for sure. Yeah. So, take this out. This, yeah, I'm gonna have to trim. All right, so in a similar way of the door itself, making the door itself becoming too wider with the tape and making that trim too short. The buildup of this tape has made these trim pieces too long, so I'll just cut some of these ends off and come back and try this again. That is nice. Okay. So, I'm going to reposition these holes, and the way you do that is you get like toothpicks or small slivers of wood, sink that down in that hole, and then I'll have to re-drill. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right, we'll get some toothpicks. Toothpicks. Some of you know this trick, some of you don't. But by the way, that fills up that hole, allowing you to re-drill just off to wherever you need, recenter that hole. So I'm gonna let that dry. And while that dries, I can work on the other. I'll work on trimming out the back door. With this, I need to draw this back up. Yes. Okay, so what I've done, you can see, got my aluminum trim. What I did, I just secured each end of these pieces because I ran out of stainless screws, or I will be running out. I will not have enough. And I'll be changing out these. These are just zinc coated. So I was able to find some of the stainless steel version, number 10. So I'll be getting some of those and replacing these. So the bottom strip is actually a 1/8, but I wanted that to kind of seal this. It was a little bit wider gap. The 1/16 would have been too thin, and I'd have had this way. I feel better about the caulk that I'll be placing here. It should seal pretty well once I secure this against there. So again, I've got my door left as well. I did not put my trim on there, so I'll do that. Okay, so I need to finish this project so I can clean this up. But anyway, got all my trim pieces cut and drilled. The only pieces that have yet to be drilled are on the bottom, the long pieces. There are two spots which are behind the wheel, and I can't get to them yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these holes here. Well, I'll drill these holes, and then I'll wipe all these bars down, keep them clean, maybe sand any little rough edges down, and I'll take them in the finished room and I'll spray paint them in there. That way I can work on my my roof rack on this side of the shop without getting dust all over the freshly painted items. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so, like I said, these two long bottom pieces on the trim are not drilled out. But I'm going to drill these out. And as far as the sheet metal behind the wheel that I wouldn't be able to drill through, I have to take the wheels off at that point to drill that out. So I didn't feel like taking the wheels off today, drill the holes, put the wheels back on, paint this, take the wheels off, screw these back on. So this way I'll kill multiple birds with one stone. So, alright, so let me get to it. So I only need to clean one side. This side is going to be painted. Not too bad, eh? The caulk matches fairly well. I mean, you can kind of see the lack of gloss You know, it's more of a dull, but in the crease right there, that's not bad, huh? Actually turned out pretty good. But we have a problem. You might say, Charlie, what happened, dude? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I applied the caulk. Everything went well. Great job, man. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, I mean, as far as this, I would not need to repaint that crack there. Now, I was planning on just kind of touching up the edges, just to kind of cover up that dull finish to where you wouldn't see it from a distance. But, so anyway, when I caulked, I taped everything off. I taped it all off. I taped here, and I taped right there, just leaving a little tiny gap, you know, for the caulk. And then I covered all this with Visqueen. All that was covered. So, you know, like 30 minutes to an hour after I had caulked, I went to remove my painter's tape. So I removed everything from here. It went great. But it wasn't until I started removing the painter's tape from the edge of here that it started taking the paint with it. So, for all you experienced aluminum painters, you know. You know what the problem was. For the rest of us, man, learn by our mistakes. And then research. No, I should have checked. But hey, I've never painted aluminum, so I figured just wiping it down, cleaning it, degreasing it would be fine. But no, turns out aluminum is so smooth that paint does not readily adhere to it. So guys, girls, if you're going to paint aluminum, you need to scuff it up. Kind of see the little swirly there. What I did, I came back on this one. I want you to see the. Can you see the swirls and the scratch marks now? Man, my lighting is terrible. There you go. There's one. Yeah. So what I did, see all the little swirlies, scratch marks. What I did is I have one of these on hand, one of these little mouse sanders. You know, and I got some 220 grit on there. I didn't want anything too rough. I just wanted to scuff it up enough so the paint will adhere. You know? So that's what I had to do. I went around the whole shebang there on this one and I sanded it down. The good thing seems to be that whenever I repaint this, what I will do is I will tape it off right there at the edge of that caulk, maybe a little bit to the inside. Just tape it off, make a straight, you know, all the way around. Cover this with my Visqueen again and repaint this. And that way, killing two birds with one stone. I'm repainting these corner edges and this dull. Even though from a distance you cannot tell, you can't see it. You can't tell that it's, because I guess because it's in the shadows of the little edge corner there. But so yeah, and all those pieces that I painted yesterday, yeah, guess what I'm doing today? Sanding and painting. So that just backs me up another day, but that's all right. It's okay.